Women's health and fitness. Did you know being sedentary is one of the biggest factors in all disease and leads to early death? As a woman, your health is directly related to your activity level. Let's talk about what happens to your body if you're active or not. In your teens, yes, fitness starts here. In fact, the earlier kids adopt an active lifestyle, the healthier they are. Teen girls don't have to be athletes to be active. Be sure your daughters and granddaughters get enough sleep so they wake up refreshed in the morning. Encourage them to walk. Take dance or exercise classes with them. Just get them moving. If you're in your 20s and you stay active, then you retain the strength and stamina and flexibility of your teen years. Your 20s are when your bones build their strength and density, so be sure to continue regular weight-bearing exercise, consume plenty of calcium-rich foods, and don't starve yourself. Your bones will stay healthy for years to come. But if you're sedentary, you may look great, but physical changes are already beginning to take place that are going to affect you all of your life. If you're not active, your aerobic capacity, the ability to transport oxygen throughout the body, begins to decline at the rate of 1% per year. And after age 25, your muscle mass can decrease by an average of 5% every decade. Your metabolism begins to drop at a rate of 2% per year, which will translate into increasingly high body fat percentages. And fat added now will be distributed pretty evenly throughout your body. You begin to experience tightness in your hips. If you're in your 30s and you stay active, you look and feel as fit as you were in your 20s. You're still agile and coordinated, plus your aerobic capacity is better than ever. Thanks to well-developed muscles and below average body fat, you look and feel great. If your bone strength has not yet peaked, it will by the age of 35. Although you won't look it, you may weigh a little more because bone is so much more heavier than fat. But if you're sedentary, you will begin to feel your age. You don't have much stamina and your arms and legs are weaker. That's because your muscle fibers are starting to atrophy, meaning they're shrinking. And if you don't get active, your muscle mass will continue to decline at a rate of 6.6% each decade from here on out. Plus you're stiff, since without regular stretching, your muscles lose elastin. And you may have as much as 33% body fat, most of it concentrated on your hips and thighs. Along with that of your active peers, your sexual responsiveness reaches its peaks, but you may not have enough energy to enjoy it. But wait, what's the best activity for you? Well, stay tuned for my very easy, doable exercise program. If you're in your 40s and you're active, you remain energetic and as flexible as ever with excellent aerobic stamina. Because of the inevitable decline in metabolism, however, you may have a little tendency to put on some body fat, particularly in your hips and thighs. But your high ratio of muscle to fat keeps your calorie burning capacity up, and this, along with continued aerobic exercise, will counteract this tendency, keeping you around 22% body fat. Although due to gravity, you may experience some compression of your vertebrae in your back, but thankfully your strong muscles keep your stomach relatively flat and your back supple. But if you're sedentary and you are now 15% weaker than you were in your 20s, and the decline will be even more drastic past the age of 45. Your shoulders appear narrower as your muscle mass decreases in your upper back. The discs between your vertebrae begin to compress so that over time you'll be 1 to 1.5 inches shorter. And your stomach will distend as the distance between your ribs and your pelvis decreases. You've lost 40% of your range of motion in your hips, and you may develop varicose veins. If you're in your 50s and you're still active, you have maintained every aspect of fitness. Your age shows only in your percentage of body fat, which continues to increase slightly. You're probably up to about 24% now. Gravity may start to take its toll on your body, and you may feel a little wear and tear in your joints due to years of activity. So you might want to rethink your workouts, switching over to lower impact activities like biking, swimming, or walking. But if you're in your 50s and you're sedentary, you have poor posture, That's due to continued drop in flexibility and muscle strength, and you slouch forward and have a protruding stomach and an overarched lower back. All the repercussions of inadequate aerobic exercises are beginning to kick in. Your blood pressure rises. You're more susceptible to diabetes and heart attacks. Now body fat begins to settle around your middle and your skin wrinkles and is tugged down by gravity. But there's hope. Just sign up for your free hormone reboot training for my secret tips on staying healthy and fit. If you're in your 60s and active, you have strong, flexible muscles and plenty of stamina. Despite the effect menopause has on your estrogen production, your bones are strong, thanks in part to your weight-bearing exercises and strength training you've been doing all your life. Because aerobic exercise has kept your heart strong, you remain able to pump healthy amounts of blood. You have about 26% body fat at this point. But if you're sedentary, you are 2 to 3 inches shorter by now and may have osteoporosis, partly because you have not done weight-bearing exercise that keeps your bones strong. Your breasts begin to sag in earnest and your waist widens even more. Your heart is 10 to 15% weaker than it was when you were in your 20s, and measurable changes in your immune system increase your risk of developing cancer and certain infections. Wrinkles are now deep creases and your skin is dry. If you're in your 70s and you're still active, you can work and play almost as hard as you did 30 years ago. Only a slight increase in body fat, amplified by the Earth's pull, reveals your age, along with deeper creases in your face and a little drier look to your skin due to a decline in oil production that occurs after menopause. But if you're sedentary, your health is failing. High blood pressure, brittle bones, systemic inflammation levels have you vulnerable to a host of serious diseases. Your flexibility, strength, stamina are about nil, and you may have developed the classic dowager's hump. You have deeper wrinkles in your cheeks and your mouth turns down, so you may appear just as unhappy as you probably feel. But it's never too late to get active. Just get up and get moving. Dance, walk, play, and check out my next video on the best exercises to keep in shape no matter what your age is.